Hi, it's Malcolm here and welcome to another Dob Software tool update. Okay, so there's been a few updates in this version. We'll start with that there's a new row here. You can now decide whether to use UK races only or UK and Irish. I've included some stats. Now if we look at this other software I'm developing, it's got run win stats and things like that. Based on the actual history of the horse. So this is going back to about 2015, maybe earlier in some cases. And it shows you what the horse has been doing at the same similar courses. So it's kind of the same as a Dob, but you've got 10 columns of information here. So what I've done is I've taken the win form and the scores over to the Dob software. So you can do it if you tick that and select. You will see the run form, the run and win form comes up in here, and the strike rate if there is any. Now there may be a couple of differences because the run win form doesn't include Irish races. That actually is ported over from PR Ratings, and PR Ratings has never used Irish racing. And of course the other thing is the history on these go back further, whereas the Dob stats do actually include some Irish racing, and that won't happen often. It's just some horses will run at Irish courses sometimes, so the stats might be slightly different on a couple of them, but generally they should all be the same, although you may have more run win stats than you do have Dob stats, because Dobs only go back a couple of years. Okay, so that kind of gives you the information on that part. You can also bring in the scores, as I said, from that other sheet, and they are up over here. So you've got two lots of scores now. So you've got the scores from the actual 8 columns here, but you've also got the scores from the 10 columns on the other sheet. So it kind of gives you another backup, I suppose, and allows you to see overall how this horse performs from the two. It was just a suggestion from some of the members that they would like to see it combined, and I kind of done that in the best way I think I could do it at this moment in time. You can now turn off the 8 columns, so we can turn those off and submit, and we've got a lot smaller or a lot less information now. So if you're only interested in the Dob and the scores, you don't have to have the 8 columns on there showing as well. It now saves the last time you click the submit button. So it's based on cookies, so basically if you click the submit button, it saves this information and this information, and then basically sets it in a cookie. If you want to delete it, you just delete it by clicking there, and it's done. So they are the main updates. I've also added in, you can't see it at the moment, if we go back one day we should be able to see it. If we go back a day in history, you can see now I've added the rank figures, so you can see what the ranking was based on the prices at 11 AM and 1 PM. I am thinking of maybe bringing in some more ranks as well, like some more prices, like the 6 AM price or something, just to give another comparison, but I'm not too sure at the moment. You can remember click on any of these and get the full price and history based on a number of times during the day. So it's, so kind of today, if we go back to today and I submit, so we can see what it's done so far this morning. So we're up to 10 o'clock, so we're about half an hour before the 11 AM prices come in. So you can have a look that way if you want to, but I'm just wondering whether to bring one more price in. I'm also debating whether to bring in play maximum results as well. Although the funny thing is it's handy for knowing, for winners really, but losers would probably nearly all go up to 1,000. As you can see, I was going to put it here, but I haven't yet. But I'm thinking about it. But it's really only it really only makes a difference for the winner. So I may just put it on the winner, because the rest of them will all go up to presumably 600, 1,000 or whatever. So it's hardly any point in the prices being there for them. But I think what I might do is just put it in for the winner so we can see if it actually went out, because a lot of these, although they will win, they may be or they may not be front runners, so they might come from behind. So even though they're favourites, the price could go out. So you could lay them off at the beginning or just before the off, and then trade in play because the price goes out because they're not front runners, that kind of things, because it's bound to happen. So what I might do is add that. And I think that is it for that. I'm still going through adding bits and tidying bits up most days, so there's always going to be some kind of update as we go along. But yeah, so UK Ireland, include race win stats, include all scores, 8 columns, delete. Yeah, I think that's about it for now. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.